Hi guys, it's Tara and welcome to the very first Curly Q&A. So this is going to be a new video series that I had the idea for, and it involves me being on this side of the camera instead of you just seeing my hands, which I did just get my nails done, so hopefully I won't be having those nasty, yucky nails for you guys anymore on the videos. It felt so good to get them done again. So anyway, that's totally beside the point. But anyway, so Curly Q&A. This is something new that I'm going to start doing, and my plan is to try to do it once a month, hopefully at least the first weekend of every month is what I'm going to aim for. So obviously this month we had like the 4th of July holiday and such, so that's why I'm getting it going this weekend, but the first like good solid weekend of the month is what I mean. And then if necessary, midway through the month, if there's just so much stuff going on and I just want to chat with you guys, then I'll do another one. Like there's no real rules, you know, it's just kind of something that I decided to do. My husband came up with the name for it, so I was like, what can I do for a video series if I want to like chat with my viewers and answer their questions? And he was like, what about Curly Q&A? And I was like, oh my god, that's perfect. So anyway, I'm getting really like, I have trouble focusing. You guys know that about me. So the point of this video series is going to be that as I grow my subscribers, I'm at over 5,000 subscribers now. Yay! Thank you guys so much. I'm getting a lot more questions from you all, and I want to make sure that I'm answering them in the best possible way for you guys. And then sometimes I get questions from multiple viewers that's the same question. So rather than type it out a whole bunch of times, I thought, wouldn't it be fun if we could actually like chat about some of these things instead of me just typing and you just typing, and obviously still leave comments and stuff because that's the main way we communicate, right? This isn't like live, but I just thought this would be fun. So that was kind of what inspired it. And then also it's just an opportunity for me to keep you guys up to date on what's happening on the channel, the blog, etc. So you can kind of decide what kind of stuff you want to look forward to, or if you're like, hey, I can totally tune out of curlicues this month because there's nothing good going on. So it's just an opportunity for us to be face to face with each other instead of the anonymous card making of my hands. And it makes me a little nervous. I'm a little nervous to be on this side of the camera, but it's totally fine because you guys are all like my family, so I don't feel like I'm being judged or anything, which is awesome because, you know, that's part of why I love this community. So that's what Curly Q&A is. So it'll typically start with a little bit of me like doing the update, what's going on this month. If I have anything exciting in my personal life that I don't think is going to bore you guys to tears, I will share that with you. And then I'll get into the bulk of it, I'm hoping, is answering your questions and such. So on that, how we'll kind of work this is obviously still leave your questions and your posts on each video individually and all that good stuff. But also feel free, like on this video, to leave some comments with questions, and then next month or in a couple weeks, whenever the next one of these happens to come, I will be sure to take a peek at those questions also. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be able to get to every single question in every video, but I will still answer the questions with typing if I'm not able to get to them on the video. But I'll kind of see what are the ones that have been asked multiple times, or which ones really just kind of speak to me of like, oh, I feel like I could talk about that in front of the camera. That sort of thing. And it can be any kind of question. So it can range from like, oh, hey, what's your favorite Zig color pen? Because I'm trying to build my collection and I want to get some. To, hey, what do you do in your real life job? And like, you can ask me a personal question, you can ask me supply questions, you can ask me opinion questions, whatever you guys feel like talking about. And please leave me suggestions too. If you're like, oh my gosh, I would love to see a video series on yada yada, or such and such company just came out with this really cool thing, have you tried it yet? I would love to see a video of you demoing that. And I will try really hard to get to that stuff that you guys are asking me to do. I know I've gotten a whole bunch of requests to do something on the Brothers Scan and Cut, and I filmed it. It's like ready to go, and for some reason I just haven't posted it yet, and I'm so sorry. I think it's because when I sit down in my craft room to make a video, I'm like ready to craft. Like I'm all inspired, and filming a Brothers Scan and Cut video is not actually crafting. Like, it's super useful and it's awesome and I really want to do it for you guys, but it's like, I'm like, well, I got my mojo, I better use it. And then before I know it, it's been months and I haven't posted that video that I filmed. So I will get around to that, I promise. But those are the kind of questions you guys can leave. So it's pretty open, and this is just going to evolve. We're going to evolve it together. We're going to see what you guys are after, what's comfortable for me. We'll just go you know, it's our thing. Like, we get to make it whatever we want, the curly Q&A. As long as we get to say curly Q&A over and over and over again, because super cute. So now that that's out of the way, now that you know what I'm doing here, staring at you guys in front of the camera, I will get into this month's curly Q&A. So for July, I was super busy in June. Like, I did a few different guest spots, and I did like Growing in Unity week, and got some guest designer positions, like new ones that I had to prep for, and I almost like, I probably bit off a little bit more than I could chew. I got it all done and it was all super fun, but I kind of learned a little bit of a lesson that I do work full time and I have to budget my time a little bit better as far as being able to do crafty stuff. So for July, I'm going to just calm it down a little bit. And so I do have, for those of you that aren't aware, I am now on 2 design teams. So I'm designing for Mint Owl Studio and Gerda Steiner Designs, both phenomenal companies. So honored and proud to be a part of those teams. I'm going to link below in the description box to both of those blogs. And then like Mint Owl Studio has their own YouTube channel. So if you're one who likes videos, which if you're here, that's probably what you like. You're going to want to hop over there because there's other contributors and you're going to see all kinds of different designers. And so I will make sure to link to all that stuff so you guys can follow those companies and me and whatever you want to follow there. And then, so I'll be doing obviously projects for those 2 companies. My Mint Owl Studio projects tend to be on Thursdays, and I do like a couple videos and a couple blog posts every month. And then Gerda Steiner Designs is like every other Friday. So Thursday, Friday are going to be kind of design team days, so you can look forward to that. And then the big thing that's happening in July that I'm super excited about is that my YouTube channel turns 1. So my little baby's growing up. I cannot believe that it was a year ago already that I decided to start doing this. If you were to talk to my husband, he would tell you all of the really pathetic stories of me sitting there watching all the other craft videos and just being like, honey, I really want to do that, but I just can't. I just can't. And I just wanted so badly to do a video. I just loved watching the videos so much, but I was so intimidated by it, like so intimidated. And I don't know what happened. Like one day I don't know. You know what happened? Laura Basson is part of what happened. I discovered her channel and she's just so like awesome and easygoing. And I was like, okay, I can do that. Like I don't have to be like a professor on the video, you know, like I can be myself. And that kind of really helped me relax a little bit. But I made that first video, I posted it, and I'll be darned if people didn't watch it. So, and now here I am a year later, like making videos with 5,000 plus subscribers and just getting to do this amazing thing that I love with all of these people, all of you that are so phenomenal. So to celebrate 1 year of my YouTube channel of curlecues on video, I am having a video hop. So super stoked. I was really nervous to do this too because I had to ask some of these people that I like super admire to come hop with me. And I'm like, I mean, it's seriously like fangirl, like times 12,000. Like it was nervous. I was super nervous, but everybody said yes that I asked. And the couple people who weren't able to do it, it was because they already had commitments and they were so super nice. Like this community continues to amaze me with the kindness that everybody shows. So to celebrate 1 year and to say thank you to all of you for the success of my channel, because truly you are why this channel is successful. It has very little to do with me. I'm going to do this video hop. We're going to have 8 amazing designers. We have 5 phenomenal sponsors. So we've got Create a Smile, Gerda Steiner Designs, Mint Owl Studio, Lawn Fawn, and Pretty Pink Posh have all agreed to donate prizes for you guys. We'll have 5 winners, 8 fabulous projects. Gonna hop along. It's gonna run beginning on Friday, July 15th, and it's gonna run through Sunday at midnight. And you can leave comments on all the videos to be entered to win the prizes, get all kinds of inspired. I'm calling it the Curlecues Cake Smash video hop because you do a cake smash on your first birthday, right? That's the thing. And I started a Facebook group, so I'm gonna link to that below in the description box as Facebook event. I'm sorry, it's not a group, it's an event. So make sure you hop over there and join that because I'm going to be doing like preview posts. I'm already posting to like links to some of the designer videos so you can check those people out and know who's coming, like all kinds of good stuff. So make sure you check that out. And so that's the big thing that's happening in July and I'm so excited for it, like so excited for it. So that is coming soon. Another thing that's kind of going on right now is that I have been working on revamping my blog a little bit. So I've talked about this a little bit in some of my videos, but I'll give you guys a little sneaky insight to me. So I have a degree in writing, right? So when I started this crafty thing, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna love having a blog, right? Like I write stuff. Well, my degree's in English, but I have a minor in writing, and I don't know what the deal is, but I am just not, the blog for me is not my favorite part, or it hasn't been my favorite part, is how I'll word that. And I think part of it is because once I started doing videos, I am just so passionate about doing the videos that that's where my attention goes. And so a little bit ago, I decided, I have this blog. It's been going for a couple years. I'm starting to get more viewers on my videos. So I really want to make sure that I'm putting out a good product all around, and that I'm providing the best resources possible for all of you out there. So plus I want to enjoy it. Like I want to be proud of my blog. I want to be excited to write the blog post. So I knew I needed a little bit of a something to spruce that up. So what I've kind of done, I have a friend at work who is a graphic designer, and she's going to design me a logo for curlecues because I don't have a permanent curlecues logo. I have a couple things that I've used, like the picture of my little dog and stuff, but I don't have anything permanent, and that would be nice to have some consistency across the different platforms. So she's going to design me something, but she just got married, so she's busy right now. So that's coming later. So in the meantime, I decided to go ahead and try to revamp my blog a little bit. So I've been doing a lot of Googling on like, how do you do blah, blah, blah on Blogger? Because I am not technologically savvy at all. So, but I've been learning. And so I've added a few different pages on my blog. So I'm pretty excited about this actually. So now if you go to my blog, it's going to open up to the posts page, and you're going to see all the different posts. But then up at the top, there's going to be a row with like little tabbies. And there's all different pages up there. And so I'm adding things that I'm hoping are useful for you guys. And so if you think of something else that you would like to see, by all means, please let me know. If there's something up there that you're like, dude, I do not care. Like, I'm never going to look at that. Let me know that too, because, hey, it's taking up space. But, so just a couple things. I've got my disclaimer just to let you guys know what I'm all about. I've got my crafty resume, again, let you guys know what I'm all about. I've got my contact info, so if you're wanting to ask maybe a more elaborate question, then you can leave a comment on, or anything like that. You can either shoot me an email or fill out, there's a little form on there, so either way works perfectly fine, whatever you're most comfortable doing. So I put all those up there. And then the exciting stuff that I've got is I've got a My Favorite Goodies tab. So this is where I'm going to list all the supplies that are critical to my card making. Things that are just my favorites, things that I can't live without, things that I use on every single card. And so the way that I've chosen to organize that is I've kind of got it in categories. So there's like a generic big tools, type spot. And then I'm going to put like, right now what's over there is like there's paper, adhesives, I've got die cutting, and then I'm still working on it. It's a work in progress, but I'm going to add things like my favorite inks. I'm going to add things like my favorite coloring mediums. Gosh, I totally drew a blank there. But all those kind of things that I use on a regular basis and that I really strongly recommend and that I would wholeheartedly endorse, and that I feel like you need if you're going to be a card maker. So, and there's a lot of them. There's a lot of needs to be a card maker. But I'm still kind of deciding what I want to do as far as stamps go. That kind of stuff is it just has such a quick turnaround cycle because there's new releases every month, and so my favorites are constantly changing. So I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do as far as stamps per se, but there'll definitely be something, but I'm still working on it. But so anyway, there's a good chunk of stuff up there now. So if you want to check out My Favorite Goodies, it's up there now. If you see something that's missing, please let me know, because either I haven't tried it, and if it's a staple in your craft room, it probably needs to be a staple in mine. So let me know. And if so I either haven't tried it yet, or I've just completely spaced it, because it's kind of crazy when I sat down to make these lists of like what is important in my craft room. It's like the list just kept going and going and going and going and going, and I was like, holy cow, like I've really really gotten into this, like, and that's just 2 years worth of, I can't even imagine these people who have been doing it for 10 years and whatever. You must have so much stuff. But anyway, So that is going on. So there's that tabby, and then there's another tabby that I think you all might find interesting, and that is going to be that is my destash tab. So in the past, I have done destash videos where I've kind of shown you everything that I'm destashing, and then everybody leaves comments and calls dibs and all that good stuff. And that worked okay, but I tell you what, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to keep track of who's first and who's next and who's, all that good stuff. And so I thought that it might be nice to have a more consistent place to go for the destashing. So my other hope is that because everything's so cyclical and there's new stuff coming out every month, and I want to try my hardest to keep up with the new stuff for you guys, so that if there's like, I don't know, a new lawn fawn release or something, I'm making projects featuring the current stamps for you guys to showcase how you can use them, so you can determine if you want to buy some of this new stuff or not. I don't want to be using stamps that are like retired or that you can't get anywhere, because how sad would that be if you're like, oh my gosh, I want to make that card so bad, and then I'm like, just kidding, you can't get the stamp set anymore. So that's what I'm trying to avoid. And so I'm trying to get better about not hoarding my stuff so tightly, and using it and loving it, and then letting someone else use it and love it. So this destash page will be a more consistent, constant, like there should always be stuff up there, because if I'm doing my job and letting go a little bit, if I'm channeling my Elsa, I should be adding new products on a regular basis. So right now there's no photos up there because there's quite a few things on there, and I felt like it was going to get cluttery, but I might go add some just because I don't know, it's probably nicer to be able to see. I'd put links to like the company websites so you can go look up the stuff, but anyway, it's still kind of a work in progress. But that is over there, and all the instructions on how to claim your stuff and call dibs and pay and all that jazz is over there. So that's what's going on my blog. So check that out. If you haven't been to my blog, if you're like a strict videoer, maybe check it out just to see the destash or the my favorite goodies. I totally will not hold against you if you don't want to read every blog post, because I don't read blog posts. I'll be 100% honest. I'm Instagram and videos. That's pretty much the way that I follow my fellow crafters. I very rarely will read a blog post. Is that bad? I don't know. Videos, that's just where my passion is. I don't know. So that's that. New blog tabs. What's next? I would love to see what you guys are creating. So I'm getting a lot more comments on my videos, and these are my absolute favorite comments, because there's no higher form of flattery than imitation, right? And so when people leave a comment and they say, oh my gosh, I loved this card, I'm gonna go make it for my granddaughter's birthday, or something like that, my heart just swelled. Like I'm like the Grinch after he met all the Who Village people, and my heart just gets huge, and I love those posts, and I want to see these beautiful cards that you guys are creating. So I've been using the hashtag curlecues for a little while on my projects, but I would like to invite you all to use it as well. So if you're making a creation and it's inspired by something that you saw here on my channel or Instagram or blog or whatever you like to do, if you want to just hashtag curlecues, and I'll put that in the description also just so you can see it spelled out, because curlecues is kind of funny. That would be amazing. And then I would love to start doing like a monthly feature on my blog or something where I share some of the projects that you guys are making, or even if it's just something you want me to see. Like it doesn't even have to be inspired by me, but you want to be like, Tara, OMG, this is so cool. Like check out what I did. I want to see it. Like I want to interact back and forth with you guys. So I think that would be amazing. I'm looking into potentially getting a PO box so that I can post an address on my contact info page so that we can start doing some card swaps, and I'm trying to come up with a good way to get addresses from you guys. So if you want to do card swaps, or my cards just kind of sit around after I make them, I'm super awful about sending them out. So I'm always looking for something to do with these cards that I've made. So shoot me an email with your address. I have a file in my inbox, and it's called Happy Mail addresses. And sometimes if I get a stock of cards, I'll just go through my Happy Mail addresses and I'll just start sending some out. So anyway, I got off topic. Hashtag curlecues. That's the point. Hashtag curlecues. So this particular curly Q&A was very long at the beginning because I had to explain the curly Q&A and all that jazz. Normally it's going to be much shorter at the front, and then I'll do more answering your questions at the back. The other reason it's shorter at the back this time is that you guys didn't know this was happening, so you haven't been sending me questions for this video series. But I did get one question from someone that I thought would be a good one to kick off with. I was asked where what my process is for coming up with designs for my cards. And I've been thinking about this for a while and kind of mulling it over because, to be honest, I'm a little bit embarrassed by my answer. But I was talking to my husband about it, and hubby's so smart, and he told me, you should just share it because I bet there's a lot of people out there that create the way that you do, and they might feel like maybe they're doing it wrong. And really, there is no wrong way. That's kind of the essence of creating, right? Like, it's everybody does it their own way. And so I'm like, hey, I'll share it. But like I said, I'm a little embarrassed. Like, I watch all these videos from these card makers who talk about how they sketch out card designs and they do all this pre-planning and, oh, I made this card 7 times before I finally filmed the video, and so then the video is perfection and there's no mistakes and it's amazing. This is not me, people, let me tell you what. So inspiration for my designs, typically I do no pre-planning, just so you know. I've never once sketched a card design. I have maybe I can count on one hand the number of times that I've tried an idea before I actually filmed it and made it real. What you guys are watching here is first cut, straight, it's legit, okay? And but I'm trying to figure out how to say this. I very rarely sit down with a full card in mind. I sit down at my craft desk and I set up my video, and I'm super excited typically about one thing. Oh, I got this new stamp set and I can't wait to try it. Oh, I got my new zig markers and I can't wait to try them. Something like that. And so I'm inspired more by a thing, more like a one thing, oh, that color is really cool, or oh, I saw this design on Instagram and I just would love to use that kind of card layout. And so I start from there, and then I start digging through my stuff and okay, so I saw this design on Instagram that I want to do. What stamp set do I have that will fit with that design? And so typically I try to start with the newer stuff that I haven't used yet. I buy this stuff, you guys, to try to be current with you, and I have Neat and Tangled and My Favorite Things releases from the last 3 months that I got the day they came out, ready to do these videos, and they're still sitting in the envelope they came in the mail in because, as it turns out, I don't have 72 hours a day to craft, which is totally lame, but whatever. But so then I'll start digging through my stuff and be like, oh, I could use this image with that layout. Usually I'll be 100% honest, because coloring is my thing. It's what I like to do. It usually starts with an image. It's oh my gosh, this stamp set, I have to use this unicorn. So we'll just use the video that I just posted today. Well, Friday. This isn't going up till tomorrow, but yesterday, the one I posted yesterday. The unicorn. I'm I have to use this unicorn. I have to color him. I just have to do that. So then I started thinking, okay, so what's a unicorn? Okay, unicorns are sparkles and rainbows. Oh, I could use glitter paste. Oh, I could mix glitter paste with my distress inks. Okay, that's cool. What are you going to do after that? I don't know, maybe if I throw a frame on there, that's literally how I design. So, like I said, it's a little bit embarrassing because I don't have any good answers for you guys. I don't have well, here's my 5-step process, and if you follow it, you're going to get a fantastic card every time. That's not how I work. I have a very loosey-goosey style. I'm super organized in so many aspects of my life, but when it comes to this creative thing, I just like to let myself be creative. And that is probably the biggest tip that I've picked up from watching some of my favorite creators. Jennifer McGuire, Christina Werner, Laura Basson, just all these people that I really admire. I've heard them say on a regular basis, be you. That's the most important thing, right? Is don't try to put yourself in someone else's box. So just because I create this way and you draw out a sketch every time you make a card, absolutely in no way means that you're doing it wrong and I'm doing it right, or that I'm doing it wrong and you're doing it right. We're all going to have our own process, and as cheesy as that sounds to say it, it's so true. And then once you just kind of get over trying to be the right kind of crafter, it becomes so much more fun, let me tell you. Because that was me with the videos a year ago, right? I'm I can't do that. I just can't. I'm not going to be as good as they are. What do I have to offer? I don't do anything special or unique. I'm just, everything I learned from them, so why would anyone watch me? Well, it's because I'm me, and that's and so I'm not them. And so I guess some people might prefer to watch me or want to watch me and them, because that's what I do. I watch everybody. Like, I just want to see all kinds of creativity. And so that's how I create. So I'm hoping that that's helpful for somebody out there. And if not, sorry. But leave your comments, leave your questions for next month's Curly Q&A. Definitely we'll do one at the beginning of August, if not before. If I get tons and tons of questions, I'll just pop on and do a Curly Q&A so I can get some of them cleared out and get your guys' questions answered. But anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed this. Sorry, I have a list down here of stuff I wanted to make sure I covered, so I keep like glancing at my list. But I hope that you've enjoyed this. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. I just appreciate you guys in general. That's really all there is. Make sure you check out the description box below, because I'm going to link to all kinds of good stuff that's going on for July, so that you make sure you don't miss out on that video hop that's coming up next Friday, July 15th. Curlecues Cake Smash. We're going to celebrate 1 year and 5,000 subscribers. And that is all for now, and I will see you guys later. Thanks. Bye.